Hello everybody and welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome, come on in. My name is Millie and I post at least 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, but there is so much new makeup coming out at the minute. I am feeling very inspired by it all, so I am posting all of the time. Subscribe down below so that you don't miss a new video from me. But in today's video I have got an almost full face of Essence and Catrice. So Essence and Catrice are like sister brands. They're in the same sort of price point. A lot of the products sort of work together. Both brands release limited edition collections. That's what we're going to be trying today. So from Catrice I have got 3 products. I have got the peptide infused bronzer that, like, I just love the packaging for this. Oh, you can see how many lights I've got on around me with the dome on the top of the bronzer there. I have also got a brow pen that I'm very, very excited about because clearly I look like a hard-boiled egg. I need some brows on immediately. I also got a perfume. So this is the Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. This is in So Sunkissed, and honestly the fragrance notes in this are making my mouth water. So it's cassis, I think it's cassis, I don't know how to say that, white orchid, coconut, jasmine and passion fruit, say less, I'm there, sandalwood and vanilla. So we're gonna give that a spritz, give you my first impression of that one. And then from Essence I got a few bits from the Club Soleil collection. So I got the highlight, the blush, the lip stain and the little skinny lipstick. So we're going to be trying all that out today. Let's get some brows on my head because I look like an alien. So all of these products will be linked down below, and let's just start with some brows. So this is the Feather Brow Filler Waterproof. Yeah, I got the shade medium brown and I really liked the look of this because actually online it looked like it would be sort of a thin blade, like microbladed effect, but it's not. I would have been happy with that, but this is like a little bit like that Troublemaker one that I've tried where there's like loads of different bristles that are all coming out at different lengths, so it looks like it will be a very quick and easy brow. Fingers crossed. So if you can hear my fan, no you can't, it is hot, so let's just try and create some brows. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Clearly I need a lot of help, I'm aware of it. I look like an alien. So oh wow, okay, I think I like this. It is fluffy. I'm having to go over the areas a few times, but that's not a bad thing because it means that you can like build up the colour. Okay, I really like that brow pen. The only thing is, because it's loads of different bristles and they're all sort of coming out at the same, like in the same sort of circular area, similar to the Troublemaker one, whereas that one's like more triangular, this one's a little bit more round, you can't get like one single hair stroke in the front, which is what I generally like to do. Let me just see if I can get a decent swatch on the back of my hand. Yes, you probably won't be able to see this too much because it is very subtle. But you can see all of those different, this is as close as I can get. I'm trying to get as close as possible. You can see all of the tiny little hair-like strokes, but you can't just get one. So if you're like me and you need a full brow, I highly recommend that. That was really good. Let me see if it'll do 2 brows, because sometimes you can't do 2 brows. Sometimes a brow pen is good for 1 brow, and then brow number 2, it's dried out. Let's see how this goes. Sorry, I'm aware you can't really see very much. I have to get so close to my mirror. I promise I've got really good eyesight. I just don't trust myself to be able to use the eyesight. Okay, I really like that brow pen. You can't get the single little hair-like strokes, so if you just need to fill in like the front of your brow, or you just need to fill in like a little sparse area, you just want to do a few little lines rather than a full brow, this probably wouldn't be for you. There are other products that I would recommend over this one, but if you're like me and you have brow hairs but they're just blonde and the hair that grows out of your head is not blonde, I highly recommend that. That was very, very quick. That was very, very easy. I got the shade medium brown, in case I didn't say. It's not incredibly warm. I definitely have warm toned hair, so I am just going to go in with a little bit of the Enquiry Magic Brows in the shade Auburn, because this is my warmest brow gel, and this should warm things up a touch. A little bit, just a little bit, but that brow pen was incredibly, incredibly easy. I love brow pens like that though, so I was always going to like it. It was just a matter of trying it, but I do very, very much enjoy that brow pen, and actually in conjunction with this brow gel, I feel like that has warmed those up just enough. I feel very, very comfortable with that. Let's try the perfume so that we can come back at the end and see if I can still smell it on myself. So like I say, this is the CATRICE The Summer Edit Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. So, is this not an eau de parfum? Is this, because like it's different levels, isn't it? It's different levels of fragrance in like a body mist versus an actual perfume. But let's see, this is in the fragrance is C01 Le Sunkissed. Why it needed that accent, I do not know, but let's get into this. I know that the bottle is very, very cute because I remember seeing that online. It's like a pebble, but like a pink pebble. So let's see. I don't want to spray it on my hair because that scares me, but oh, and I'm also in front of a fan, so this is going to go everywhere. That is delicious. Okay. If you have, let me find it, there's a blush from CATRICE, a blush stick from CATRICE that smells just like this. 1 second. This one, the Cheek Awakener from the Spring Awakening collection. This one that was like clear and glittery. Smells exactly the same. Oh, and I remember when I tested this, I was like, if you can tell me what that scent is, I want it in a perfume. And now they have. Oh, that smells so good. It's like a juicy, like a juicy cordial. It must be the passion fruit that's in that, because you wouldn't make a cordial. Like, and when I say cordial, I mean like the juice that you put into water to give to a child. That's what it smells like. Oh, but that is so good. It almost smells a little bit like a, sort of like an ice pop. Like a, oh. It's so hot, I can't even think straight. Like a, like an ice lolly, but like a really juicy one. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, so we'll see if at the end of the video, if I can still smell this on myself, but that smells so good. So good. It's like juicy and summery and fresh and not heavy or like musky or anything like that. It is just sugary and sweet and feminine, and oh, I really, really like that. I'm awful at describing fragrances, but I love that one. So let's go ahead and add some bronzer. This is the CATRICE Peptide Infused Bronzer. This was from their this was from their Seashell Stories collection. I'll just go ahead and pop my teeth back in before I say that again. Let me it's been a day. Let me find my brush. So it's got a pump on the top of it, so let's pump some out onto the back of my hand. This isn't my preference when it comes to a bronzer application, but it will absolutely do. It might be something that works quite well actually to like mix into a foundation if you've got a foundation that's too light. So that's the shade there. I got the shade C02 Fake It Till You Tan, which I always will because this gal does not tan. Okay, that colour looks great. It's more like a watercolour sort of amount of pigment. Let's get my hair out of the way and let's tap it on. I went for shade 2 because shade 1 looked quite cool toned, which I just don't like. And I already have my foundation and concealer on. In case you can't tell, it is the this one. I was about to say MCO, it's not MCO, it's MUA, the Pro Base Lumitint. I actually put on a bit of the Catrice Flawless Fusion Dual Phase Primer underneath, and they have worked very, very well together. And the concealer is the MCO one, the one with the black lid. I've just used it. It should be out on my table. I mean, it will be out on my table. I should be able to see it, but alas, I cannot. You know the one. I'll leave it linked down below, the concealer that I've got on. Very, very much enjoy that. So, I'm really liking this bronzer. I'm like not even looking at blending this. And it's just blending itself. That colour is really nice. It is serumy. It's very, very thin. Like one pump was way too much. I will not need all of that. But that is very, very thin. And I do feel like that texture would mix into a foundation. If I had a foundation that was too light, I feel like that would mix in really, really well. It's almost somewhere in between a liquid bronzer and like bronzing drops, because I've got a few bronzing drops. I don't really ever reach for them because they're too sheer for me to feel like I could actually just use them as a bronzer. But this is blending out really, really nicely. I'm glad I went for this shade. This shade is lovely. It's almost got a bit of a red undertone to it, which if you're like me, as soon as you step out into the sun, you go red rather than bronze or tan. Like, I have not been outside, but that is the colour that I would go if I had more red rather than tan. Like my tan is a burn, so I don't tan. This colour is beautiful, and that's so, so thin. But yeah, one pump was way, way, way too much, even for me who, like, I needed quite a bit of bronzer there. I did not need a full pump. I really, really like that. That blended out really, really nicely, and so thin. Okay, big fan of that one. Then I got a blush from Essence. So this is from their Club Soleil collection, limited edition, like summer collection. This is cream to powder blush, and I don't have any sort of setting powder or anything on, so I feel like, oh, it's still sealed. I feel like this will hopefully blend onto the skin quite nicely. Let's get into this packaging. Okay, so that is what the colour looks like. I really, really like that. So I've got two of the same brush. It's the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I love these brushes for cream, liquid, blush, bronzer, highlight, etc, etc. So I've dipped into that a little bit. I really like that colour. Let's see how pigmented this is. Some light little stippling motions. That colour is pretty and not too pigmented straight off the bat. If you've been here before, you know I always go overboard with my blush, but actually I feel like that is the right amount. Wow, am I maturing? No, I've just found products that work for my level of heavy-handedness, perhaps. Okay, that blush is lovely. I feel like even though it is cream to powder and it is sort of settling down and sort of blending out how I would expect it to, I do feel like it's still got a little bit of a glow to it. And obviously that bronzer had like a little, not glow, but just more like a soft sort of luminous quality to it. Really, really pretty. I like it. However, I did get a highlight. Of course I did. So this is the Club Soleil Gradient Highlight. This is just a powder, so it's like a little bit more gold on one side and then a little bit more pink on the other. I think I'm just going to swirl into both because, or should I feel like I should swatch it first. Okay, it's firmer than I was expecting, but that colour looks like it will be great for me. I don't know how many different shades they had. Yeah, that will work. Okay, it's not first impression on the swatch, it's not as blinding as I was expecting it to be, but let's see, it might work, it might blend out quite differently with a brush. Okay, that is picking up a lot more product on the brush than I was expecting. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, it is a little dark for my skin, just a touch. I think you can see it, like when it's not catching the light, it looks a little bit sort of golden on the skin, but I am so exceptionally pale, so this would work for most people, I would think. I'm just gonna buff it over that that blush a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty. It's maybe not the sort of one that I would put down the centre of my face. Usually a highlight I would sort of run down the bridge of my nose as well, but I feel like because it is a little bit dark, I don't want to do that. But mixing that sort of over that blush is very, very pretty. Is it chunky? It's a smidge chunky. Smidge. Is that a technical term? Yes, in this corner of the internet, a smidge is an exact amount. It is an exact measure. So it is a little bit chunky. But from a distance, real pretty, real nice and glowy. Not my favourite highlight from Essence. I feel like Essence do sort of highlight and cheek products, bronzers, blushes really, really well. This one isn't my favourite. It's not my favourite colour, not my favourite sort of finish on the skin. It's nice. I feel like maybe if you had more of a medium skin tone, that would definitely work better for you, but I do feel like there are other products from Essence in that category that work better than that one. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at how this looks. So that's like the face done. I don't have any eye products, so I'm just going to skip onto the lips and then I'll go off and just do a little bit of mascara or something. So I already had a lip balm on. It was actually a Catrice one, the Glossy Nectar Lip Oil from the Spring in the City collection. I just had a little bit of that on, and actually that smells quite similar to the perfume as well. So if you liked the smell of that, it's similar. It's similar sort of level of like sweetie fruitness. So that's the lip balm rubbed off, and then I got the lip liner stain, which I think is going to be orange, and the Slim lipstick, both from the Club Soleil collection. So this is in the lip liner stain is in the shade 01 Tantastic, and let me just wipe that highlight off the back of my hand so that I can swatch these so that you can see the colours. Online they looked like a beautiful sort of deep burnt orange, and clearly that is what I want them to be. So that is what the packaging looks like. So it doesn't look like other lip liner pen stains that I've tried. This looks preferable because it is actually a very, very thin felt pen. Looks good to me. Ooh, that is juicy, juicy. Okay. That is the colour that I wanted it to be. That looks so good. So let's swatch the pen as well. Because again, oh, this looks a little bit darker actually. Looks a little bit more brown. Yeah, they're similar enough. It's maybe a slightly darker brown toned orange than what I was hoping it would be. But let's go ahead and apply these so that we can see what they actually look like on the lip. I don't know how to apply it with this applicator because I haven't ever seen a lip liner pen like this, but it looks great. Okay, so yeah, it is a slightly deeper, darker, sort of warm-toned brown rather than an orange. I feel like this goes with my hair really nicely though. I feel like this isn't very summery. Like on me and my skin tone, this is sort of deep vampy. I'm not mad at it. It's just, it doesn't feel very summery to me. So let's go ahead and do the slim lipstick in the centre. That feels lovely. That feels similar to my favourite of all time, the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylos. It feels like that. You know what? As someone who doesn't like a brown, I really, really don't like brown toned lip products on me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it on myself. But I'm not mad at that one. So let me just add a little bit of mascara. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Just a little bit of mascara. And then we will be done. I'll give you my final thoughts on everything. Okay, so just a little bit of the Primark mascara and we are done. So let's talk about everything that I have tested out today for the first time. The brow pen, I really, really like that brow pen. I wish the colour was a little bit more warm, but that's just me being exceptionally picky and always wanting quite a warm brow colour. It worked nicely with the brow gel. If you only need a few little hair-like strokes, this won't be for you. If you need a lot of help, if you have no brow, like if you literally have no brow hairs, if they are plucked or, you know, whatever, if you have nothing, this will build your brow very, very quickly, very, very easily. If you're like me and you've got brow hairs, but they're just the same colour as your skin, they're just exceptionally light, exceptionally blonde, and you can't see them, this will also work for you. But not everybody wants that in a brow gel, whatever your preference is. If you just want a few hair-like strokes, this wouldn't be for you, but if you need to build a full brow, I think you would really, really like that. The bronzer surprised me. I did think that I would like it, but I really, really love that. It feels like nothing, like it blended out so thin, but I feel like the colour is really, really nice. I will keep on using this. Obviously, I'll keep on using everything, but I will use this in a foundation that is too light for me to see if I can warm it up, use it more of like a mixing medium like that, and I will report back. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I do these like first impressions throughout the month, and then I come back at the end of the month when I've tried everything out a little bit more, tried things in different ways, and I will do that and I will let you know in that video how that goes. The blush was very, very pretty. If you are drawn to that colour, I highly, highly recommend that. That was really, really nice. It blended out beautifully. I do think I just want a little bit more. I always just want a little bit more colour on my cheeks, like when you get everything else on, and I feel like a little bit more colour never hurt anyone. Yeah, I really, really like that. It blended out really, really nicely. The colour was very, very pretty. Not too much. I feel like that was a very sort of user-friendly blush. Like, it's not too pigmented. You can definitely, definitely build it up, or just apply more of a sheer layer. I really, really like that. I like the colour. I like how that's blended out. I'm a big fan. The highlight isn't necessarily for me. I don't feel like the highlight is one that I'm really going to use again. I like the idea of it. I like the two shades. So if you wanted something a little bit more pink or you wanted something a little bit more gold, you can sort of use them separately or swirl them in together. I feel like this is targeted more towards a medium skin tone, which clearly I do not have. It would look beautiful on more of a medium to deep skin tone, but it's not perfect for me. I was about to say it was never going to be, like it could have been, but I feel like there's too much of a base colour in that for that to work incredibly well for my skin tone. It's nice and glowy. It is nice and glowy on the skin, but it's not my perfect shade. Not my perfect highlight product. And then the lip products. I feel like the lip products surprised me. I'm going to keep on using those separately. I'm going to use the lip liner with different lipsticks, use the lipstick with more of a nude lip liner. I do feel like that lipstick would work very well with some of my favourite nude lip liners, and vice versa. The lip liner would probably work quite well with the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylo, for example. But I do like it together. I just don't feel like it's necessarily very summery. But that is the lip. And then the perfume. I love the bottle. I feel like the bottle is very sleek, very pretty. It will look nice alongside all of my other perfumes up here, and I love that scent. I can still smell it on myself. Granted, it has only been like half an hour, but I do think I'll let you know. I'll let you know at the end of the month. I will actually leave it down below in the comment section because I'm not doing anything else with my day. I may as well leave this perfume on, see if I can still smell it at the end of the day. But is that everything? Yeah, that is everything. In the same order, I also got an Ulac. I've never tried anything from Ulac, but I will try this at some point soon. The Kiss Proof Liquid Matte Lipstick. Wait until you see this colour. Just let me show you this colour, because the gasp I gasped. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm so excited to try that, but not today. I'm going to leave this on, see how long this lasts for. But if you've tried any of these products, I'm getting overexcited about orange lip products now. If you've tried any of these new products from Essence or Catrice, I want to know what you think of them. What are your thoughts? If you have this perfume, or if you have any other perfumes from Catrice, let me know what you think of them, because that one is incredible. I love that. It's making my mouth water. But that is everything. I hope you've had a lovely, lovely day. I want to hear all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you've made it to the very end of this video, leave the sun emoji, your favourite sun emoji. There's a few different ones. Leave your favourite one down below. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.